everyone. Just wanted to touch base with you again today. I'm going to try and get on video all the time now, which is exciting. I was very brave yesterday, I feel, and I got on camera and I said some things that needed to be said about the mental health care healthcare system that I've always said, and people that know me or have been following me for a while know that I don't, I honestly and firmly believe that the current mental health care system does not support people in their endeavors to heal, okay? I want to put it out there that I love psychology. I study the brain myself. I mean no disrespect to people who study this either. I definitely don't like psychologists who wrought the system, and I definitely didn't appreciate being treated like I did by my therapist, right? I'm definitely not apologizing for what I said yesterday, that's for sure. And I still feel the same way, and I will always be supportive of every other modality apart from psychology and the GPs and the medicines and Medicare and all of that. So psychology itself, as a study of the brain, as an art, all of that is amazing, right? Because we need to know that stuff. I believe it should be taught in schools, right? It should be an everyday thing, studying emotions and how the brain works and the chemicals and the neurotransmitters and the dopamine and porn addiction and balancing emotions. All of those things are really, really vital, information for all people to know. But when you go to a therapist that doesn't process you, doesn't know or understand the impact of certain processes and things, I don't know if psychologists are not going and doing other things themselves to not understand this, so they don't know any better. I got attacked yesterday, of course. There was one lady that ripped me a few assholes yesterday. I actually banned her from my page because she actually attacked me personally and she knows nothing about me. So I understand that she was actually upset. I believe she may have been a psychologist herself by the looks of things. But, you know, I just don't think that they understand that there's something better out there themselves, and I think they need to look at the way that they manage their practices, and it definitely is a Medicare thing. It's definitely bums on seats. It's all of those things, right? And it's, you know, it's big pharma and all of that. Not going to get into it today, but I did get attacked only by one, which was quite, hi Julie. It was quite surprising actually. But what did happen yesterday was I'm trying to think of a word I can use for a person that ripped through all of about 5 of my YouTube videos and said some really, really horrible things. I was having an amazing day. So it was a challenge for me to manage my PTSD around that because it was very, very personal. I have actually worked out who it is. Yes. Which took away some of the threat, and I've taken action. But my message here today is there are people that constantly tell me to not focus on the negative, right? And what happens is when I publish this stuff, when I say this guy said this and this person said that, and look what Gwyneth Paltrow can do and blah, blah, blah. People think that I'm in this, in this mode of it's not fair and what about me and this keeps happening to me and meh. It's not that at all, right? I learned many years ago about duality, okay? And I do this stuff on purpose, right? Everything is in duality. You got hot water and cold water. It's still water. If you focus on positive all the time, you attract negative. It's a universal law. So I took it upon myself years ago to make sure I balance out the positive and negative. And other people are uncomfortable about it. So I talk about porn addiction and toxic masculinity. I heal men and help men heal, and I talk about how they treat women like shit. All right. It's called duality, and it's balancing out. And that's what makes me different to everyone else out there. I'm not a guy that used to have a porn addiction and is now a coach. All right. I have lived and breathed domestic violence, alcoholism, guys with porn addiction being slapped and choked and sexually assaulted, and yet I'm treating men and healing men and awakening Kundalini and giving these amazing experiences without being triggered, right? And some of it, yes, was part of my healing journey, but I feel like that's shifted now, and I've never been triggered except for the sexual attacks and the weird requests and stuff like that. That's always going to trigger me because I deserve better. Okay, so that's what makes me different to everyone else on this planet. Is I am the shining light in the middle that's actually trying to bring all of this together. Right. So when you see me talking about the negative, don't tell me not to talk about the negative, because I'm trying to highlight it. I'm trying to say, look at this, all right? It's like meat eaters. And this is, I can thank my friend for this analogy. Meat eaters don't want to know how the animal is killed. I'm one of those, right? I love meat, but I also would love to be a vegetarian, but I don't want to know how the meat is killed. I don't want to see those videos and stuff, and I'll admit that, okay? So it's like, every time I talk about toxic masculinity or receiving dick pics, I've got another one today. You'll be happy to know. The red flags were there, and then bang, before I knew it, there was the dick pic in my face. So this is a reality for me. I don't create it. Stop telling me I create it. Stop giving me that toxic positivity. Stop gaslighting me, right? Right? It's this is just life. And you don't have to accept the negativity, but just check in with yourself. People telling me that I need fixing, that I need to do a process on myself, that I need to, stop focusing on the negative because I'll attract more negative and stuff like that. Just all I'm doing, I know what I'm doing. Yes, dick pics are yucky, right? Especially this one today. Right, so just remember that I'm in full control, right? And I know what I'm doing, and I'm exposing things in a controlled environment. And someone with PTSD does not get on camera like I did yesterday and talk about the whole mental health care system and all of the psychologists that are just taking people's money without a controlled, without control going on. I'm doing things on purpose and I'm in control, and it's all good. Okay, so that's a bit of a flack from yesterday, and I've just gone through my fourth VA. So we're having problems on Facebook and Facebook ads with my VAs. They're struggling with the work that I do. So I've got another one interviewing today, so that's exciting. All right, over and out for me. I'm going to do another video in a sec on my amazing 30-day program and everything that you get in it, so stay tuned for that. Hi, Kim. See you later.